In the northern part of Ghana, some of the tradition cut off the clitoris. Hello, once again it's your senior counselor back on your screen again. Today's topic is the hidden reason behind Africa and their tradition. We'll be talking more about the reason behind some culture in Africa. Stay in touch. Your counselor will give you some particular tradition and the reason why Africa go in for those particular culture. Stay in touch. I'll be right back. Thank you for wasting your time, your energy, always watching your senior counselor. Let's digest some particular culture and then some particular tradition Africa always put themselves in it. Let's go to Ghana. Ghana have some particular culture called Diqo. They brought that particular culture in a purpose of initiating the young, which is the teenage, into adulthood. The reason why they brought that culture is that they want their teenage to grow well. They shouldn't go for men until they grow up to their adulthood. So that particular Diqo, if you get into your adulthood, from your teenage to adulthood, they will make sure they will initiate you, make some, let me say, initiating or a festival for you. Then they are going to initiate you from your teenage to adulthood. That is the reason why. But the reason behind is they don't want any teenage who is not up to his age to go for any man whilst he is not up to adult age. That is the reason why they brought that particular culture. And I could see it's a good culture so that our youth will stay up to their adulthood, and then they can grow well so that men can go for them if they are up to their age. Let's go to female genital mutilation. That is female genital mutilation. In the northern part of Ghana, some of the tradition cut off the clitoris of female. And their reason is the clitoris which makes sure that you have a feeling for a man. So cutting off that particular clitoris, you won't feel any or you won't have any feeling for a man up to your adulthood. And those initiatives, the reason behind it, they don't want you to have any feeling whilst you are not up to adult. And those things sometimes cutting off the clitoris of the ladies, sometimes they feel or they breathe until some even get dead. So that female gentilation or female cutting off the clitoris of that particular some of the ladies, that one, as a counselor, I don't support that idea of cutting down some of the clitoris. So that place, the effect is even huge and then bigger than sometimes what our elderly will be thinking of cutting off the clitoris of the females. So that one there, we shouldn't support that idea. But Let's go to some other traditionaries. Curses. If you come to Ghana, we call it diabo. Sometimes because we don't have the trust in the justice, just a little thing between me and my friend, you see those cases will flow. That is diabo. Me samane odi ma enso we me domeo na wafa nso we no wafa nso we no odi ayede no odi abodua. Those cases within those within our community, because our justice in the court and then our police stations, are not fair enough, and sometimes those people will not even get they don't have money to go for lawyers. So because of all those things, you could see that they will curse you. The reason behind that, you told me that, you are accusing me with some certain things. Things are an offense I have not even committed. And because of that, I need to curse you to show that, or to prove my innocence in that particular contest. And because of that, I'll curse you. I'll call some of the gods, some of the rivers, and then use that rivers to curse you. That is the reason behind it. The injustice in the communities. Injustice in our towns. Sometimes we believe in ghosts. Somebody who is dead. The person died, let me say, accidentally. We believe as an African that unless a man or a woman grow up to some certain age before the man will go. But accidentally, you could see the man will die. Africa will go to their shrine. Some of them will go to their shrine and then go and call the ghost and ask the ghost, who killed you? Is it your own death, or the death is coming from someone? And because of that, they will call the ghost and ask him or her. And sometimes they may have a good understanding, but sometimes they may not have a good understanding. And because of that, they will invoke the ghost to go and hunt the person who killed their relatives. So they have belief in that aspect. Let's take this short commercial break and then we will be back again. Thank you once again. We have another culture or another value culture called if you are eating. We don't talk whilst you are eating. The reason why they brought that culture or that tradition is whilst eating and then you are talking, you can have a throat choke, or the food can even choke you, and through that you can also die. The reason why our leaders and then our fathers brought that particular reason. And sometimes you'll be thinking that some of the reasons are not in a genuine way. But as we grown up, we have realized that there are some genuity in some of the tradition and then some of the cultures. Let me say the girls, they have some particular day you don't need to go to the sea and go and fish. That is Tuesday. They brought that thing particularly for those fishermen to rest. Secondly, so that the fish will have a rest and then produce more fish, or they can produce more of their young ones so that we can get more fish. In the olden days, that was the time you see them, they will pour more libation all the time for the God to help them, so that in all time going to the sea to fish, they can get more fish. That is the reason why they brought that, let me say, a culture or that particular tradition. That is the reason why they brought that thing. We have other secret one. Those things are not open. If you are going to toilet and then you meet someone on the road, you don't need to greet the person. The reason is, you are going to private and you meet somebody on the way, you greet the person. And Africa, you need to ask them, how is your father? How is your mother? And you could see that something is pressing you in your stomach. You need to go to private. And through conversation, you see, you can ease and then spoil yourself. That is the reason why they brought that particular tradition. So some of Africa tradition are very, very nice. So sometimes you don't need to speak against some Africa tradition, but sometimes you need to understand the reason why our forefathers brought that particular tradition. They have, if you get to our small village, they have some particular tradition. They have some specific dates. In my hometown, they have Wednesday, you shouldn't go to farm. The reason is, if you did not bring that particular law or that particular culture, there are some people, they will go to farm 24/7, 7 days in a week. And sometimes in a community, they have communal labor. Because of that, they need to schedule some particular day which will not let anybody to go to farm, so that they can tidy up their community. That is the reason why they brought that particular cultures. Thank you for wasting your time, your energy. Your counselor will come back to your screen again. Today's topic, the hidden reason why, or the hidden reason behind Africa and their tradition. Africa has a nice tradition and then a nice culture. The Europeans understand us. The Americans understand us. Whilst you have your culture, Africa also have their culture and their history. Thank you once again. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share it. Let everyone understand this particular thing. Your counselor brought it to you. Once again, I'll be back, and then I'll give you another interesting topic on another day. Bye-bye.